Yeah, bless up, bless up. All right, so check this out. See, algorithms. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. But guess what? They're very important, because without algorithms, there wouldn't be any rules. Everything would just be out there. Algorithms are there for example, algorithm set. So you're viewing YouTube, and you're looking for stuff on YouTube. Because of algorithms, you're able to find content that you would like. The algorithm will tell YouTube that okay, this guy is a Jamaican. He's in his forties. He likes reggae music. He likes jazz, ska, hip hop, R&B. You know, they're probably even having an algorithm that build a profile on me or what I like. Or he likes football. He supports Chelsea Football Club. You know, he's a music producer. You know, so all of those algorithms that build profiles and they build data to analyze profiles. So they have people that analyze the profiles of 40 ideas. That's why the whole ad industry is so important and so hinged on this. And the whole industry is working in a way where, yeah, it is good for them, technological advancement, but really and truly, you know, the privacy, no privacy at all. Check this out. ChatGPT Codex. I don't know if any of you use ChatGPT Codex, but ChatGPT Codex um, has a feature in it, whereas now, yeah, it has a feature in it so that whereas now, and for whatever platforms, I'm not driving, I'm a passenger in a car, it's full self driving. All right, they have a feature right now in it called computer history. So basically, what ChatGPT does in the background when it's running, it creates a log of every single thing you're doing on your computer, every single website you visit, every single app you're doing, every single thing you're doing, so that yo they can recreate what you're doing. So if you are like a music producer, you have that in the background, and it's a see you do a process like building a beat and so on. You can learn that, you know. You're into admin or copywriting or website building, you know. Those are if you're doing like IT stuff or tech admin stuff, it has the ability to do that. It's crazy, but that's privacy. Now the government know every single thing you're doing. First, first, they know everything about you, your name. They get involved in your love life. You need to marry, you have to go through the system, government, everything, birth papers, passport, all of that come down. Countries and borders that's created, divide the people. And then now it is all about like collecting data on everybody. They know your bank account, they know every single dollar that you spend, what you spend it on, who you spend it on, where you get your money, where it goes. So technologically they can do anything. And when I said they, I'm talking about all governments. I don't have an opinion. I'm not being political or anything. I'm just talking about technology. The world, I know it's advanced because like truth be told, back in the day, really miss back in the day because back in the day you could live life a little bit more. It's probably the reason why everybody's so stressed these days. So stressed because we are not made we are not made to be like this. We're not machines. You know, Who is making these decisions? Is it the machines making these decisions and controlling the government and the people, or is it the people in control? Who is in control right now? That is very important. Yeah, see, all of the movies, Terminator, all of iRobot, all of those movies, right? Those movies are not far from possible current reality. You know, you could be having Skynet there, and trust me, based on the movie, Skynet must have gotten control because so much control because they're trusted in the system, you know? And what are we doing now? We're doing the same thing that the movies are saying. We're trusting in the AI. We're giving the AI everything. We're giving, first of all, we're giving technology everything. We're giving social media companies everything. And all these social media companies own an AI company. If you notice, SpaceX, XAI, Elon's Dynasty, you know, I know that own Cursor. And that is crazy because Cursor is so dope. Cursor is like Codex and Cloud Code, you know. And with Codex and Cloud Code, you can use it to actually do things on your computer. You can actually learn what I was talking about earlier. You can actually learn things that you're doing on the actual computer and recreate it and do it for you. Now, there are several advantages of that. Can't tell no lie, you know. For one, I'm having carpal tunnel issues in my arm, you know, so I have to be like massaging to use full self driving on my car mostly. So it does help where I don't have to sit there click something that I do all the time, and I use my brain at everything, you know. Something that I do all the time that 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 is like repetitive work and doing this clicking, going clicking, that constant, you know, annoying thing, like motion. I can program AI to do it. You know, the thing about it, just like what I'm doing right now, this is AI. I'm talking to you right now, live stream. You know, and at the moment, the car is driving for me. You know, but even though the car is driving, I'm still paying attention to what is happening. I'm still paying attention to the road, and sometimes I nudge it a lot. Just a while the car came to an intersection and it it was just messing around. You know, just like right now, just earlier I just passed a stoplight. It was going on orange and it was about to just stop sharply, but you know, I just nudge it along. So even though we use AI, human intervention is still necessary. Will it get to a point where there's less human intervention? Yeah. What happens then? The problem with that, and also which people are worrying about the whole chatbot dilemma, is that people are gonna use their brains less. And if agentic AI start doing physical stuff, people are going to start doing physical stuff less, which have health consequences. So, that is very important to look into. How do you? So, well, solution for that. Let's think about it. The solution for that is, all right, you don't have to be so doom and gloom about it, you know? Okay, so suppose I turn right, so I have to take over. What is this person doing? In your BMW X6, it's clocking up the driveway. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm going into my back cave, you know? I'm a downtown back cave right here, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is it. Oh, wishing on a star. Oh shit. Yo, this is sick. Hold on, hold on. Oh, yeah. Come on. Uh, uh. Yeah, yeah. Born in 91. All right, so yeah. So basically, yo, as I was saying, yo, is technology, advancement, artificial intelligence, AI, life. What are we gonna do? Are we complicit in the birth of Skynet? But yo, Skynet must have been like well trusted. You know what I mean? So are we complicit in that? It's very important to look into. Need to wash my car. So yeah. Welcome to my TED Talk. You know, chilling with this. We're talking about AI and the advancement. You know, we'll talk some more about this. But those are my views for now. That's all.